Hello, I'm going to talk about my experience of being teacher on second grade in a high school. The topic of the class was Unit 6, Lesson 1, dealing with difficult situations. The objectives were for listening to identify and follow instructions, for speaking to use correctly and the first and second conditionals in conversation, for reading to distinguish between first and second conditionals, and for writing to use first and second conditionals in sentence. The methodology was communicative approach and audio method. For strategies, repetition drill and song. The anticipatory set, I introduce a song called If I Have $1,000,000 from YouTube. After a student had watched the video, they watched the lyrics, but I first introduced the contract form, and I asked students if they noticed the contract form. Then I wrote on the blackboard 2 sentences. If he works hard, he will get a raise. And the other sentence, if we flat our arms fast enough, we would fly. Then I asked students to read both sentences aloud chorally with me. Then I tuned the partners and talk about how the sentences were the same and how they are different. After students finish the discussion, I asked them for their ideas about the sentence. If they don't mention about the conditional sentence, I help introduce the first and the second conditional. The first conditional describes a situation that is possible or real, and the other one describes a situation that was impossible or unreal. The first sentence was in the first conditional tense, and the second sentence was in the second conditional tense. Then I wrote the headings first conditional, possible, real, and for the second conditional, unlikely, impossible, unreal. I gave each student a sentence string that has a conditional sentence right on it. Then I showed the writing activity in groups of 3, and students have to create a short text with the content covered during the lesson. Then each group explains the text in front of the class. Then I ask students to complete the activities 1, 2, and 3 of the book. Then I start to ask some students about the activities. Then I use the worksheet and explain the exercise. Students were shown a picture, and they have to imagine that they were someone else and made a second conditional sentence. The class was concluded by reviewing the topic briefly. And for homework, students have to write 4 sentences containing finished conditional and 4 sentences containing second conditionals about family. The experience of being teacher was positive because I assist in a real class. I share with students. I give some sentences in order that they understand the topic and they feel more comfortable with some topics that happen in real life. And the negative aspect was that some students are more they don't understand the first and second conditional, so I have to give some examples and try that they understood all the content. The positive aspect of lesson plan is that I have the order that I have in during the class. The objectives were clear and I have to accomplish with the activities that I plan with the lesson plan. I feel that the students were motivated to understand the content of the class. And the use of the supplementary material that was the song for teenagers, they like songs, so they show comfortable and they want to know about the lyrics of the song and they want to understand, and with the grammar of the lyric, and they listen the pronunciation of the words, and is more easy that they listen from people that speak the language, so they feel better about the pronunciation. The use of a song is nice with teenagers. The use of the worksheet was important because they can apply the knowledge of the topic and they maybe ask some questions about the structure or about when they have to use first or second conditional. For me, the planning and supplementary material is good because not only I use the book, but I use other tools that help me to motivate students to be interested in the class, and I can share my knowledge about English and they maybe understand in a better way the grammar with real pronunciations, and they maybe understand more easy the importance of develop the listening skill. Thank you.